Welcome back. I've spent a good 5 or 10 minutes just sort of fine fettling the workpiece, and I've put a scribe because on that scribe line there's a very delicate fold. Now this part needs to be completely flat. Just some lunatic on a motorbike with no license plates, nothing, but never mind. It's going to end up killing somebody. It's an off-road motorbike tearing about the city. What a bloody idiot. Excuse me. Anyway, I was just saying, this needs to be completely flat. And there needs to be a very small fold, not a sharp fold, just I'm actually going to try it in the vise, actually just push it. And then it needs to, this side of the fold needs to have a radius, and it's too small to sort of be bending around the fire extinguisher like I did before. So I will knock that in by hand. So let's just try and see if we can get the fold. I'm sure I'll be able to do it easy enough in this vise. The vise will leave a few marks in the workpiece, but never mind. I can file those out afterwards. Okay, that's the curve. There we go. Let's have a look. So if I just push the, need to turn it up so I can actually get some light on this, because it really is getting quite dark here. Just tighten the vise at the scribe line. There we go. Just a bit of a shove. It won't need much. Let me undo that. I feel it. That's enough. It's only a delicate, yeah, it's quite a delicate fold. Which side's flat? I have to keep referring to the template. I've written on the template curved and flat. So that's the flat side. Let me just write it on here. Yeah, that's fine. I'm quite happy with that. It's done a nice job. So let's just try and make the rest of it match. There we go. Once again, I need to cock it up so I can get some light, the light off the top of the camera. There we go. That's okay. The things we go through. If I had a workshop with a folder in it, you know, this would be rather easy. I think I've done a bit much there, but because it's so soft, this metal, I'll leave a bit. Yeah, I've definitely done too much this side, so I'll be able to knock some of that out. But I'm not too worried at this stage. It's so soft, it will easily knock out. There we go. I said the first bit was about right. The second bit was just a tiny bit too much, but not to worry, that's absolutely fine. Right, let's get the vise out of the way. I now need my stretching hammer. That's the flat bit. Let's just write it on this side as well. So what I need to do is create a curve on this side. And it will take about 20 or 30 minutes. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I've done this on the previous, about 2 weeks ago on the previous patch. So if you hit the metal between a very hard weight and a hammer with a curve on it, and as you strike it, this has to be very flat. As you strike it, you drag the metal. So you strike and drag, and it will stretch the metal, and it's got nowhere to go other than to curve. It's quite noisy, and it's getting dark and late, so I won't be able to continue for too long. But this will take about 20 minutes of careful tapping, whacking and stretching. Let's just it's starting to, so this is completely flat. Just those few seconds, you can see it's just starting to go, but I need considerably more than that, and over the whole length. The other thing is I need to keep it quite straight. I don't, because what will happen automatically, it will start to go bow like a banana as well. So So I need to, yeah, that's okay. It's starting to curve. Yeah, that's this goes underneath the sill against the floor pan, and that curve comes, obviously, actually we can't, you can just see my hand here, can't you? Yeah, just on the edge of the sill. So it'll take really quite some time. I would say up to half an hour of me carefully tapping. As I tap at the same time as the hit, I drag. So it's a hit and a drag. So at the same time, you can't just bash away. I need to be able to control the shape. The shape comes from the stretch. So I force the stretch and create the curve. I'm also trying to keep the fold line in as well. You don't need to hit very hard. It's a very heavy, a very hard weight and a very hard hammer, and the metal's quite soft. Mild steel is easy. You don't really batter. You just tap thousands and thousands of little taps rather than a few brutal batterings. Here we go. So it's completely flat and we're just getting a slight curve. I need more on the edge. Tighten it up a little bit down here, but you've got to keep the workpiece very, very flat. Where the blow takes place, it's got to be very flat. So I'm sort of rolling this around, but trying to keep it very, very, very flat against the strike area, against the weight. There we go. See, it's just starting to curve. We need more curve in the middle, less on the edge. So that edge will flip over. It's not difficult, it's just bloody time consuming. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's going to work out just about right. It really is getting dark now. I'm struggling and this video is getting very, very long. So, but you can see what I'm achieving here. Totally flat there with a nice tight radius. But that edge there just needs to be, I'd say, about 3 millimeters down here with a slightly tighter curve, a slightly tighter radius, just here. There we go. But you know, this is the way, you know, 75 or 100 years ago, car bodies were made. They didn't have machine tools and presses. They were all beaten by hand. And these hand skills are largely sort of lost these days. That will be I'll keep going until this is perfect. And once I've got a reasonable radius down the full length of the steel, I'll start offering it up to the car and see where we are. But just to give you a sense, I'm not going to do any more. But I'm sure you can see, you know, we've got two basically flat edges there. On this one, we've got a flat edge and a nice curve. You can see that this is, with enough patience and time, this is definitely going to fit.